Guys, what is going on? It's your boy Sidestick Gaming, and do we have something cool to show you today? Say hello to the MOZA AB9 force feedback base paired with the MA3X side stick, which is your Airbus side stick for the MOZA base, and the flight base clamp. Now, disclaimer, MOZA Racing has sent me this particular package free of charge. However, I am not sponsored by MOZA. I am not paid by MOZA. You will get my unfiltered, unbiased opinion and feedback regarding this product. So if you care about seeing what I think about this product, please stick around and let's find out. All right, guys, so here we have our packages. We are going to start with the star of the show, the AB9 force feedback base by MOZA. As soon as we crack open the package, you are greeted with your obviously user manual and a bunch of MOZA stickers. So that's always cool. Outstanding. Let's go ahead and crack into this thing and see what we got going on here. It's definitely heavy, so that's something you might want to take into consideration if you want to get this particular product. The fact that it is heavy and what are your mounting options when it comes to this base. If I was to guess, I would say that this particular base right here is probably around the 20-pound mark, 17, anywhere between 15 and 20 pounds, I would say. Closer to probably 20 pounds. It is absolutely heavy, dude. I wish I had a scale and I would weigh for you. But right away, you guys see how well everything was packaged. There is this nice felt, this little nice felt bag that houses the actual MOZA base itself. I would probably not get rid of this bag. I would use it to cover this bad boy up like this when you're done using it, because you don't want any dust or dirt or anything of that nature to get into this particular unit. Again, you're gonna get your USB cable, which is provided, your plug for your outlet, and some Allen wrenches and screws. This is probably your transformer block or whatever it is you want to call it. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Obviously, you guys can see how massive this thing is. It is all built, aluminum built. It's all metal, aluminum. There's not a piece of plastic anywhere on this thing. It does have a boot in here so that no dirt or nothing can get inside the mechanism. Obviously, I'm going to use it as my Airbus side stick, so it's going to go to my left side on my next level racing rig. But yeah, the mount looks like it has a ton of holes for you to be able to mount it, however which different way you want. So that's always good to see. And on the front side, you have all your plugs. Okay, you got your USB port. On this side, you got a power button, which your DC input plug. And then you have 4 different plugs in for different devices. So if you want to pair this up in the future with paddles or any other compatible devices that MOZA has to offer, you'll be able to just hook it up straight to this base instead of taking up real estate in the USB department, if you know what I mean. This particular hookup over here for your side stick, for your stick, looks to be very similar to the MOZA one, to the Thrustmaster one. So I'm assuming this is like a micro DIN connector, which is the same thing that they use on Thrustmaster. So it's very cool that they're making this cross-compatible with other platforms. So I love that. When it comes to pricing, just real quick, I went and do double check here on the good old internet. The MOZA base, the AB9 itself, comes in at $549 US for the base itself. The MA3X side stick, which is your Airbus style side stick, which only comes in right end, by the way. I wish that MOZA, I don't know if MOZA is listening right now, if you could please come out with a left-ended side stick, that would be also amazing. And I would definitely be a customer when that happens. But the current stick right now, Airbus style, is only available on right hand, as far as I know, or as of today. And it's the MA3X side stick, which we'll take a look at here next. And it comes in at $79. So again, you're looking at $549 plus $79 if that's where you're stopping. Okay, Now, if you want to mount this utilizing your flight base clamp, so the actual base clamp that it utilizes to mount to your desk or even your rig, right, comes in at 59 US dollars. Again, we're talking US dollars here on this channel because we are in the US. Let's go ahead and take a look at that stick. I'm very excited about this stick, and kind of see what it's built out of, how it's made, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. As usual, we have our user manual. Manuel, not sure who that guy is, but cool. Lovely to meet you, Manuel. We do have, looks like to be Allen wrench in there. So we got some tools provided to us by MOZA and the actual stick itself. Oh my God, dude. Look how shiny this thing is. This is gonna have fingerprints all over. So you have a head switch up on top. You have your red button, which is, for us, it'll be your autopilot disconnect. There's also a switch right here on the side. I don't know if you guys can make it out. It's a little toggle switch forward and back. So I'm not sure, maybe we can assign that to something. But that's cool that it's there. And then you obviously have your trigger button here that we use for push to talk. But yeah, it feels very solid, very well constructed. Again, guys, I'm being very straightforward here. First impression here, this is some eye quality stuff, man. Again, this is your right-handed Airbus side stick, but I mean, I'm holding it with my left hand right now, and I can tell you, I mean, it's pretty comfy. The only thing is the autopilot disconnect is going to be on your left side, obviously, and this head switch is going to be on my right side. But other than that, I don't foresee a problem with me flying using this with my left hand. But again, MOZA, please, if you're listening, give us a left hand side stick for the Airbus. That would be also amazing. I would really appreciate it. This base right here feels, it's not hooked up, so it's going to move freely, as you guys can see. It's not going to have any type of resistance. I'm assuming that once we plug this thing in and it runs it to its self-calibration phase, then you're going to start feeling some type of resistance here with a force feedback. But the stick goes on very easily. You have your micro DIN connector over here, which is like your standard connectors that you will find on a Thrustmaster, Warthog as well. Nothing different here. It only goes in one way, so you really can't mess this up. But take a look at the plug and make sure you plug it in the correct way. And once you're ready to go, just plug this bad boy in just like that, and then put the stick on. And once you put the stick on, you can actually turn it, and it kind of locks into place because it's got notches in there that won't let it move. But you go ahead and tighten this bad boy up. It doesn't need to be extra tight, just need to be snug, and that's it. Guys, the side stick is on, and wow, I can't wait to try this thing out in a sim, guys. Full range of motion. I mean, all the way down, forward on the side, all the way back on the left side, slides to the right. I don't feel any binding. I don't feel any restrictions right now with it being disconnected. It's a free and fluid motion all around. I think the obvious next step would be to mount this thing to the rig and put it to the test. What do you guys think? All right, guys, so the idea is to get this bad boy hooked up right there. All right, guys, so again, we're gonna go and take this bad boy off right here. Fortunately, I have mine modified on a swing arm, so I can easily access the bolts down at the bottom. So I can back them over here. I have my side stick bolted to the base. I always prefer to bolt all my stuff. So I have removed the WINWING side stick that I had hooked up right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the mounting right here as low as possible. That way this sits lower, and we'll see where the base sits after that. All right, guys, I was able to mount my MOZA side stick, my MOZA base actually, the AB9 here, onto the side of the rig here. I'm still able to utilize my swing arm just fine. Obviously it is much heavier than it was before, goes without saying. I think what we're gonna do next here, we're gonna put the stick on it. We're gonna sit on there and see how she feels. All right, guys, let's get in this thing. Like I said, I'm still able to utilize my swing arm. All I gotta do is be a little more careful now that this thing is actually heavier, and then I can just step into my rig and I can lower this back down. Not bad at all. It is a little higher than what it was before. Maybe I would say probably by 1.5 to maybe 2 inches higher than my my other stick, but that's just the nature of how it's mounted. Maybe I'll figure out a good way to mount it a little lower. I wish that Next Level Racing would actually give you a different way to mount this, but I'll get creative and I'll figure something out, trust me. All right, guys, so here we are at my on my rig, and we have the MOZA AB9 with the Airbus side stick hooked up to our rig, good to go. It is a little bit higher than I would want it. Maybe dude, I would just want it maybe 1 inch lower. That's it, 1 inch lower, and maybe 1 inch forward. That's it. We have the stick is actually off right now, and we downloaded and installed the MOZA Cockpit software. We do have MOZA as different software. They have the MOZA Cockpit software, and then they have the MOZA Pit software, which is for racing and stuff like that. So, having said that, like I said, we do have the MOZA Cockpit software downloaded and installed. We are going to turn this bad boy on for the first time and see what she does. I'm assuming she's going to run some type of calibration. There it is. So it's calibrating right now. And there you go. It seems as if she's done. It's got this return to center now. Very smooth. I got to put some force into it to be able to. Oh, this is going to be a workout. But yeah. Anyways, we do have the AB9 installed. We have the MA3X. So let's say number 1. We have this side button right here. We have the ED switch, and then we have this button, which is number 10, and then we have the trigger. Everything seems to be working properly. All right, guys, so we are in the sim. MOZA Cockpit obviously is going to be running in the background for all this to work. We made sure that you got to make sure that your game up on the top right here is running and it is connected. We have telemetry service connected, so if you can go and look at your stuff, that's all great there. One other thing that I did, I don't know if you can see it here on the top, we have a preset loaded and it's the Microsoft Flight Simulator Phoenix A320. Since we're flying in the Phoenix, that's what I did. In order to find that, you're gonna go over here, you're gonna go to AB9 force feedback base. You're gonna select Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you're gonna have different settings for different aircraft. You have CTSL, Bell 407, which is for helicopters, and obviously you got your Phoenix C-172, and it's got a 738. Obviously, I'm only and always going to be using this only with the Phoenix, because any other aircraft I have a Yoke. But yeah, if you want to adjust any of these settings, you can go here and you can turn all this stuff off. You can go with direct input, we can go with telemetry, you can go with integrated. Right now I have it set to aggressive. I'm probably going to set it to conserve. Actually, let's leave it aggressive for right now and see what happens. Now I want to see, like, moving this slider down, what is that going to do? Overall force feedback intensity. Oh yeah, this thing is done. Look at it. But if you turn the intensity off, it literally doesn't even come back anymore. So you got to turn this up, and then that's it. All right, so again, we have it set up as a basic here with a Phoenix profile, and we are gonna test this thing out in the good old Phoenix. Obviously, again, it's not gonna like it. I can feel the runway on the stick. I can feel the slight vibration on this. All right, let's go ahead and rotate. Oh yeah, I gotta put some force into it. And now that the gear's coming up, I can hear the haptic. I can feel the haptic feedback as well. Flaps coming up, and again, it's a slight hum, guys. And actually, flying this thing, this is obviously a right-handed stick, but it's actually really comfortable. Even flying it with your left hand. So I can obviously MOZA. Again, if you're listening, a left-handed stick would be fantastic. The only thing I'm going to try to do here, once I'm done with this recording, is I'm going to move it forward just a little bit. I'm going to try and move it forward just a little bit. The height is actually good. I don't mind the height, but if it was like right here, rather than here, it would be so much better. I can still reach my tiller just fine. So that's, it's going to work out pretty good, actually. Let me see what we got going on here. There's the airport right there. Again, I'm not sponsored by MOZA. I'm not getting paid by MOZA. MOZA just kindly sent me this side stick in an effort to review it and showcase it for you guys. And yeah, I can tell you right now, this is gonna be it for me, man. This is the stick that it's gonna live right there. It's probably never gonna move again. As I'm turning here, I can feel some vibration as well. You know, the wind or whatnot acting upon the aircraft. I can feel the stick vibrating when I'm dropping the flaps. Landing gears coming down. Same thing, vibrating right now. Slight vibration, just to make you aware that, hey, there's some stuff going on. All right, guys, here you go. 500. Let's go. Let's see if we can get some type of a landing here.
300.
I was going to a touch and go, but I figured we just land.
200.
We don't have no auto brake set, nothing, dude. We're just gonna land, fellas.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Oh, we're floating.
20. Retard.
Oh, that's long.
10.
That's long.
5.
Again, not the best landing, but you guys get the gist. Oh yeah. And look, when you do that, you can kind of see the aircraft move. And like I said, guys, I'm putting some force into this. It's not like your normal stick where you have a spring or something like that. This is actually, you got to put some force into it. There it is. This was the a quick unboxing, first impression review, and testing of the MOZA AB9 base, force feedback base, with the MA3X side stick, which is your Airbus style side stick by MOZA Racing, obviously. First and foremost, huge shout out to MOZA for sending me this product free of charge and allowing me the opportunity to showcase it for you guys. Those are the pros, right? The pros are, it's all metal construction, it's built tough, it's high quality, it looks amazing. Force feedback, obviously, having force feedback is another pro for me. This is absolutely fantastic, man. I can't wait to try it out with different planes that actually use the side stick, because you all know that if it's a plane with a yoke, I'm probably going to be using a yoke. Yeah, I mean, the price, it's pretty compatible with some other products out there of the same quality and function. I would say that if anything, MOZA Racing is probably one of the most affordable when it comes to force feedback, especially with their side stick. I don't know about the yoke yet. Yeah, the pricing, I believe it was $459 for the base, and another $79, I believe, for the side stick, plus another 50 or 60 bucks for the mounting bracket for your desk or whatnot. If you have a rig like mine, obviously there's no need for a mounting bracket. You can just bolt it straight to your rig and be done with it. So that's a few dollars that you can save. I don't know, cons. The cons, which at the same time are inevitable if you really think about it, is the size. It's big and it's heavy, but at the same time it's big and heavy because it's force feedback. So I mean, what can you expect, right? being force feedback, it's gonna be big and it's gonna be heavy. So uh, depending on the type of setup you have, it might be a little awkward to mount. So I know that a lot of people like to fly fighter jet, for example, and if you want to mount this thing between your legs on a flight rig, having this big bulky thing between your legs is probably not going to be very comfy. That would be one of the cons, but I would say that it's probably one of those cons that is inevitable because you got to have the gear boxes inside this unit over here to operate with the force feedback. That's honestly the only con that I have. The weight and the size of this base, it's huge. But like I said, it is a justified con, obviously. All in all, I think the price is right. It is comparable with a lot of other stuff on the market. So it's not cheap. I'm not saying it's cheap. I'm just saying I believe the price is right. Guys, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to smack that like button and give me a shout in the comment section down below and let me know what you think. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. That's really all I got to say about this, guys. I would love to go home for hours, but that's all I got. I love it. Look forward for me using it during streams. And until next time, as I always say, I salute you all. Please continue to stay safe, have fun, and as always, peace out.